major problems. I wish I never even would have took on this project right now. What's up guys, Brian here. For any of you that did not catch that live stream, I'm gonna be working on this joystick right now, unless it starts raining, and I may not, just depends. I was able to get the joystick off. I just, basically what I did was, when I was on my phone, I only had one hand, so I couldn't really do it, but I basically wound this up around the joystick as I was unthreading it. So I unthreaded it, right? I'm actually gonna leave this on there. That might be easier to pull this out. Then, next step was to take these 4 bolts out and these 2 bolts out. Those 4 were all in the corners, and then the 2 were on the sides. So now we're gonna pull this thing out. Okay, more rags jammed in there. Keep stuff from leaking everywhere. I just can't believe that's how he fixed it. Look at this. Just tons of rags, guys. Look at this. Just tons of rags jammed in there. That's how he fixed it. Okay. So it looks like what we're gonna have to do is disconnect all of these lines right here. When you disconnect these, you have to mark them somehow, because if you don't mark them, then you could put your controls backwards or something. I totally spaced that this had this little side box right here. That is so nice. How come I didn't even think of that? It's got a little brush in there too. Keeping stuff clean. It's never even been used though. That'll give you an indication right there. If somebody keeps cleaning stuff in their equipment and it looks like it's never been used, it's probably because it has never been used. 5, 6, yep, 6 hoses. Okay, let me go get some tape. I'm gonna go get some tape. We'll put some tape on it and just kind of number them, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess that's how we're gonna do it. Jeez Louise, that was not fun. We got all of them. Now back up to the top. Try not to touch anything. Gloves are soaked in hydraulic fluid. Let's dry them off with this sock that they provided for me. Okay. How does this stupid thing come out of here? So it goes in. Okay guys, now that we got that out, please pound that like button. Pound that subscribe button, guys. I haven't seen Andrew Camarada change one of these yet, so I'm ahead of the game on one video. Well guys, here is the parts list. I know I got a little bit of oil on it. And then here is the breakdown of the valve itself. Okay. So we're gonna go take this thing apart right now. So stay tuned. You see here? Okay. Basically, this right here threaded through that onto there, right? Not a problem at all. Got that off, no problem. Looks like there's some gunk on here. More plastic fibers from the broken. Probably from the broken desk covers. Okay. Those move. Those don't move. Okay. Just trying to figure out how to get those out. Whoa. That scared the daylights out of me, guys. Well, there you have it. There's one right there. The main thing that, oh yeah, that right there. Okay. Give me a second, guys, and I'll take these all out. And then I'll show you what the problem is. I'm definitely gonna be washing this stuff. Time to take these inside. Clean this stuff up inside. Well, you guys, I got the parts in from Pape, and they were expensive. Now I can see why he just put a rag on them. I'm just gonna take this apart real quick, and then I'll show you guys. So these are basically the new ones, right? They didn't have just the gaskets, so I had to buy this whole assembly. Basically, there's the price tag right there. Basically $500. Right, so I showed you guys in the live stream that the gaskets in here, these ones were bad, right? It's interesting because the new ones are not the exact same, right? They're just a little bit different. So they have a ball bearing on the top, so this doesn't get all worn out, which is kind of neat, but I don't know about the longevity of, you know, a ball bearing on the top. Who knows? Maybe it'll last longer. Who knows? But the thing that is kind of a little frustrating, the design is totally different on these two right here, right? So you can see this is obviously way different. See the size difference? So that alone is different, right? And then it doesn't even have a seal in here. This top part is the seal and the dust cover. So that's kind of weird, right? So I don't know how these are going to work with this, but I got some grease over here. I'm gonna put some grease on this stuff. before I put it in there. Taller. Holy cow. I did not expect that to pop out of there like that. Want to go very slow, right? So the first thing we'll test is the thumb. Why is it going down so fast? Oh, it's got to fill up with air probably. It's got to fill the lines up. Well, the thumb works. Okay, now let's see if we can't screw this on real quick, just to kind of see. We'll just screw this on a little bit. This will kind of tell us. Okay, we kind of got those backwards. Oh, geez. Yeah, the side to side doesn't even work. Oh, great. Guys, this is just not good at all. Not good, guys. Not good at all. Okay, the side to side doesn't even work. I wonder if it's just... Why does it keep moving afterwards? Okay, we got something totally wrong. Dang it. Okay. Well, we got big problems, guys. We got major problems. I wish I never even would have took on this project right now. I'll be honest with you guys, I totally screwed up. I never should have even touched anything. I should have just paid a mechanic to do it. And now I'm going to spend another 200 hours trying to fix this. And I don't even know what to do, to be honest with you guys. I totally screwed this up big time. Dang it. How did I screw this up so bad? I don't even understand how it got screwed up. I followed the stupid diagrams. Stress eating right now, guys. stress eating. So what I did was I basically undid all the pipes, undid all the hoses, flipped it 180. Now what I'm gonna do is I gotta go back and watch the video and see which hoses go where. So hopefully I got some good footage of that, because if not, I'm screwed. Have to call some sort of mechanic out here and help me out. Honestly, I took this thing in and out and put it together 50 million different ways, probably about 5 different times, maybe 6, connecting all the hoses and unconnecting them and everything. I just lost my mind. So I finally decided to come in, clean everything up, and then try it one last time. So I found what I did wrong, and now I'm just gonna show you how this goes together. Okay, so I wrote on here, out, swing left, in, swing right, right? Okay, now this is important because you have to know how this thing sits in the machine, right? And I watched the videos on how I took it apart and all that jazz. And so basically the way this sits in the machine is just like this, right? In, out, left, right. Okay? Now, I remember one of the guys saying that the stronger spring would be in the in and the out on the stick, right? And I got this, so I got this diagram. This is the diagram he sent me, right? This is the diagram that the dealer gave me. This one is actually more accurate to this specific valve. But the only thing is that this doesn't show. It doesn't show these other 2 places, right? But this one does, right? You can kind of see. It shows you the other 2. You can't really see in the picture, but you can tell with the numbers which valves go where. So they go crisscross, right? So on the stick itself, the in, we have the long spring, the fine spring. I'm gonna call it the fine spring because it has lots of coils on the inside, and then the thick plate right here, this thick plate, right? And it's the same on the out. And then the swing has the smaller coil and also the smaller inner coil and the small top, the thinner top, right? So that's how that goes together. And you can tell when you set it on there, you can see the difference, right? I had it set up wrong. I had the thick top with the small, I basically had these 2 tops on these 2, right? I had it reversed. And for some reason, nothing was working, ever. So we figured that out. Now, we're gonna put this all back together, and then we're gonna try and attempt to get the right hoses to match up to the right spots. Okay, now that we have this in, we have this tightened up, these are tightened up, all these are tightened up. This is the swing right, swing left. It's really hard. Swing right, and then the out. These 2 are really hard to press, but I think that's the way it's supposed to be. 99.9.99999% sure. Okay, now what I have to do is I have to figure out which hoses go where. Now, I think we are ready. I think we got everything all put together just right after the 7th time. So let's start this bad boy up and just test it out and see if it works. What do you think, Grandpa? Is it gonna work? Okay, okay, the thumb works. Okay, swing left, where it works. Swing right, out, in. Everything works, guys. Oh man, you don't know the feeling. That feels so good. Man, that feels good. You guys have no idea how good that feels.
How many hours?
All day. I've literally spent all day on this, just trying to figure out First I had the valves wrong, and then I had all the hoses wrong, and I finally got them all right. Thanks for Grandpa coming over.
Persistence.
Yeah. Persistence. Insanity, more like.
Well,
if I wasn't insane enough to try it.
100-mile backpacking trip was persistence.
Boom. Did you see how I just pinched that in there?
Yeah. Then the clamp
Yeah, that way this doesn't get caught in any of those.
underneath something.
Yeah. And these were already disconnected, just so you guys know. They don't go to nothing. So now...
Different handle or something on there before. This goes under first.
That does? Okay. No. Whoa, 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 whoa. This goes on the inside. There we go. And then that's right there. Actually. Okay. Yeah, good. Okay. Just like that.
This might go up a little. It's got to go my side a little.
Yeah. Or just read it. Oh, here it is.
Like it. There we go. That's better.
No, that's not better.
Well, it's better for the mounting.
Just hold yours there. Maybe I don't have the long enough one. Oh, yeah, here it is. It's probably these ones. Extra long ones. Okay. Is yours... There we go.
Well, you ought to put bolts in the bottom one before you tighten that up.
Well, this doesn't seem... How many of these are there? There's only 3 of those long ones. That means it can't be these ones. And this goes in
There's
too
3
far.
down here, Brian. The long ones must go down here.
Okay.
So you want to put the bottom part on first?
I guess I don't really have a choice, do I?
Sure. You can do this 7 times or more.
Shut up.
By the way, Brian, I don't mind you speaking your mind, as I know who taught you to speak your mind. You're not in line. There you go. As long as you're not rebellious, you speak your mind. I sure hope this GoPro's got a stabilizer on it.
It does.
Yeah, but it's that pain that makes you appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody I see, I'm gonna be like, hey, see any oil right there? That's because I fixed that valve. I took it apart 20 million times. What the?
What do you do with all the extra screws?
There aren't
You get
any.
the motor started? I
Yeah.
heard the growling.
There's only 4, and they go to this plate, and this plate goes right up against here.
Okay.
The other side needs to be rebuilt too.
Oh, at least you know how to.
You can see the rags in there. I don't know if you can see it. He's jammed rags in there too.
Yeah, you can see it.